live stream, you can just tell them to go back on the said YouTube page and they can resume watching. So can everybody here on the platform restart their cameras, please?
I think she just blind actually.
Oh.
All rise. This honorable court now resumes. May God save the king. You may all be seated.
Good morning again, everyone. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, my lady.
Okay, thank you. They say good things come to those who wait. So I apologize for the delay, but we are ready to proceed with the rest of the list. In relation to the next matter, might that matter be called, please?
Lily C. Gordon. Deacon, my apologies.
May it so please you, my lady. And I note, my lady, that sitting with you is the Honorable Mr. Justice Dale Palmer. And this matter, my lady, is in relation to the application by Ms. Dion Arlene Palmer, notably bearing the same name as his lordship, with her being his sister. My lady, I am very proud and privileged to present for admission to the bar Ms. Dion Arlene Palmer by way of a fixed date claim form which was filed on the 14th of November 2024. I have perused the documentation, my lady, including the usual ensuring that the requisite fees have been paid. I find them to be in order, my lady, and trust that you so find. If that be the case, my lady, I'd humbly pray that the order be made in terms of the fixed date claim form and that Ms. Palmer be permitted to take the oath and eventually to sign in due course and then to be admitted to practice in the various courts of this island. May it so please you, ma'am. May it so please you, my lord.
I, Dion Arlene Palmer, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
You're obliged, my lady, and your lordship.
May it please you, my lady, may I call your attention to the matter of an application by Sasha Nartia Supilindo to be enrolled and admitted to practice. My lady, I peruse the documents and they appear to be in order. If my lady so agrees, may I ask that the application be granted in terms of the fixed date claim form and that she be allowed to take the oath. Much obliged, my lady.
I, Sasha Narkia Sukilindo, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
You're welcome, lady. Lady, this is my second and last application. Application by Carissa Campbell to be enrolled and admitted to practice as an attorney at law. Yes, lady. My lady, I peruse the documents. They appear to be in order. If my lady so agrees, may I ask that the application be granted in terms of the fixed date claim form and she be allowed to take the oath.
I, Carissa Campbell, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
Permission to vacate the platform, my lady. Thank you, my lady.
Please, my lady, might I mention the matter of the application of Rihanna Christine Scott to be admitted to practice in the island of Jamaica. It is supported by a fixed date claim form, my lady, that was filed on the 18th of November 2024. I peruse the papers, my lady, and I too find them to be in order. And if the court is with me, I'd ask that Ms. Scott be permitted to affirm this and in the near future sign her name in the roll of attorneys. Please, my lady.
Rihanna Christine Scott, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Right hand.
Please.
I, Rihanna Christine Scott, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Lady, and this would be the application of Donovan Patrick Charles Lewis, lady, who seeks to be admitted to practice in the islands of Jamaica. He supported his application supported by his fixed date claim filed on the 18th of November 2024. I have also perused Mr. Lewis's papers and I find them to be in order. If your ladyship is with me, I'd ask that he be permitted to take the oath of office.
Yes. Orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 18th of November 2024, and the applicant is permitted and invited to take the oath.
I, Donovan Patrick Charles Lewis, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
Thank you and welcome.
Lady, thank you very much. I would wish to withdraw for a short time. I will return, but my candidates will remain with the court.
Yes,
Please,
Mr.
my
Doctor,
lady.
thank you.
Arlene R. McFarlane.
Lady Carly McFarlane.
I present Ms. Kadeen Natalie Kerry Ann Denny, lady, in respect of an application to be called to the bar. The lady there, the fixed date claim form was filed on the 18th of November 2024, which I perused, and it appears to be in order, my lady. And if you so find, my lady, I would ask that she be allowed to take the oath. And they
Orders
are
are
invited
granted
to
in terms of the
practice.
fixed date claim form filed on November 18, 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath.
Most good.
I, Kadeen Natalie Carolyn Denny, do swear that I will and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
Thank you, Ms. Denny, and welcome.
Very grateful, my lady. The lady might be allowed to withdraw from the.
Deborah Martin.
Yes. May it please you, my lady. I represent Malik Malone Thompson. His matter appears at number 23 on your list. In his application, I have perused the documents and everything appears to be in order. Subject to your approval, I would ask that the order be granted for him to be called and admitted to the rules and that he be allowed to take the oath.
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 18th of November 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath of office.
Yes.
I, Malik Malone Thompson, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skills and judgment. So help me God.
Thank you and welcome, Counsel.
We're grateful. Thank you, my lady.
Thank you, Ms. Martin.
Lowell G. Morgan.
May it please you, my lady, Lowell Morgan, the name, in the matter of the application by Gabrielle Stephanie McCormack to be enrolled and admitted to practice as an attorney at law. My lady, the candidate has been most efficient and the papers filed appears to be in order. If your ladyship also finds, I ask that you grant orders in terms of the fixed day claim form filed on the 15th of November, 2024, and that she be permitted to take the oath and do the necessaries.
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 15th day of November 2024, and the efficient applicant is invited to take the oath.
I, Gabrielle McCormack, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
Thank you and welcome. I look forward to witnessing the efficiency.
Thank you very much, my lady.
Yes, Counsel.
Number 20, I'm ahead of my friend, Mr. Anthony Williams, my classmate. I seek your permission, my lady, to just withdraw for a while and to return hereafter. Thank you.
Mr. Morgan, you are allowed to withdraw, but counsel seated beside you is not allowed to withdraw.
The one to my left or the one to my right, my lady?
I'm not sure which is your left or which is your right, but certainly
She's
the one that
going to
has been at the bar for some time is not allowed to withdraw. Thank you very much, Mr. Morgan. And we will we'll move to Mr. Williams' list. It's a fulsome list, so let me.
Yes, I'm ahead of it.
Thank you very much, my lady. It's always an invigorating pleasure to appear before her ladyship. I would like to move the matter of Ms. Rakisha Anake Coley. I have scrupulously examined her documents for it's an application by her to be enrolled and admitted to practice as an attorney at law. And the documents appear to be in order. And if her ladyship is so like-minded that she be allowed to take the oath of office by way of affirmation, be allowed to sign the roll at the appropriate time, and be admitted to the bar.
Yes. The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 14th of November, 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the affirmation of office. We ask that you raise your right hand. Is that your right? Oh, yes.
I, Rakisha Anake Kohli, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Thank you very much and welcome.
Thank you, my lady. The other applicant is Miss Anik Marika Faulkner, and I've also examined her documents, and they appear to be in order. And this is by way of her fixed date claim form filed on the 15th of November 2024. And so if her ladyship is of like mind, that she be admitted to affirm and to sign the roll at the appropriate time and be admitted to practice as an attorney at law.
Orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15, 2024, and Ms. Faulkner, the applicant, is invited to affirm.
I, Anik Marika Faulkner, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Thank you and welcome, counsel.
The third applicant, my lady, is Miss Brittany Ann Kimberly Dowds, and her documents are also in order, having examined them punctiliously. And in light of her fixed date claim form filed on the 15th of November, 2024, I do ask that she be permitted to affirm and to enter her name on the roll signature and to be admitted as an attorney at law.
Yes, the orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 15th of November, 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the affirmation.
Thank you, my lady.
I, Brittany and Kimberly Dowse, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skills and judgment.
Thank you and welcome, counsel.
Thank you, my lady. The other is Miss Thandika Nathania Ginas. I have also perused her documents and they are all in order, my lady, very proficient as well. And I invite her ladyship to so find that they are in order, that she be allowed to affirm and to enter her name on the roll by way of signature at the appropriate time, and to be admitted to practice as an attorney.
Thank you. The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 15th of November, 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the
Thandeka Nathania Ginas, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Thank you very much and welcome to the profession.
The final application, my lord, my lady, on my list is Miss Trudy Ann Tanya Sterling. This is by way of her fixed date claim form filed on the 15th of November 2024, and she too has complied with all the requirements. The papers are in order, and I ask her ladyship to allow her to take the oath of office and to be admitted to practice as an attorney at law and decide the role.
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 15th of November, 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath or the affirmation.
I, Trudy Antania Sterling, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my lady. Just before I leave, I just want to encourage all applicants to the newly minted council to pay very careful attention to the words "according to the best of my skill and judgment," which is what would be needed as they travel along the legal journey. May it so please you, my lady.
Thank you very much for your wisdom, Mr. Williams.
And may I be permitted to leave the platform as well?
Certainly, Council.
Michael A. Brown.
May it please you, my lady, good afternoon. I represent applicant Mr. Jovain Brown. I have perused the fixed date claim form filed on the 15th of November 2024 and the document in support of the said fixed date claim form, and they all seem to be in order. I would therefore ask that your ladyship grant the orders in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 15th of November 2024, and the applicant be allowed to take the oath.
Yes, the orders are so granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15, 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath.
I, Jovain Alex Michael Brown, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, exercising to the best of my skill, judgment, and so help me God.
Thank you and welcome.
Yes, my lady. Thank you, my lady. I'll say, my lady, between council and young Jovain, my lady, it's a journey that has started before he's 1 year old, my lady, and has culminated with the process today, my lady.
Yes.
Well,
Congratulations to you both.
Yes, thanks very much, my lady.
Yes.
Patricia Roberts Brown.
May it please you, my lady. Yes. The applicant Ruth Ann Chantal Roberts is before us today. I have perused all the documents and found them to be in order. And my lady, I humbly request that the orders be granted as stated in the fixed date claim form filed on the 15th of November, 2024. And my lady, that she be permitted to sign the roll at the appropriate time and to be admitted to practice in the Honorable Court and several courts of this island of Jamaica as an attorney at law. She wishes to affirm, my lady, at this time.
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15, 2024, and the applicant is permitted to make the affirmation.
I'm obliged, my lady.
I, Ruth Ann Chantal Roberts, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Thank you and welcome.
Grateful, my lady.
Obliged, my lady.
Thank you.
Sylvan Edwards.
May it so please you, my lady. I appear for Lisa K. Trishana Henry, and I have perused the fixed date claim form and the affidavit in support, and I found it to be in order. And if my lady so finds, I'll humbly ask for an order, for you to make an order in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 15th of November, my lady. And might she be invited to affirm at this moment?
Orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15, 2024, and the applicant is invited to make an affirmation.
I, Lisa K. Trishana Henry, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Thank you very much and welcome to the profession.
I'm very much obliged, my lady.
Yes, thank you.
Christopher A. Townsend.
May it so please, my lady. May it so please, my lady, are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear, Mr. Townsend.
Thank you very much, my lady. My lady, I have 5 matters before you. The first of which gives me distinct pleasure, is Miss Taylor Ann Samantha Davis. She is here by way of fixed date claim form dated November 13th, 2024. I have perused the documents, ma'am, and I found them to be in order. I hope that you so find, and if it is that you so find, madam, I ask that the orders be granted in terms of the fixed date claim form.
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 13th, 2024. The applicant is invited to take the oath or make an affirmation.
I, Taylor Ann Samantha Davis, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
Thank you and welcome, counsel.
Thank you. Might I just add that she's my favorite godchild. Next on my list, my lady, is
she your
Miss...
only godchild?
No, but whenever they're in my company, they're all my favorites.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Danielle Delia Marie Carter. Her application by fixed date claim form was filed on November 14th, 2024. I have perused all the documents, my lady. I have found them to be in good order. I hope you so find. And if it is that you so find, my lady, I ask that an order be granted in terms of the fixed date claim form.
Orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 14th, 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath or make an affirmation.
I, Danielle Delia Marie Carter, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
Thank you and welcome.
Next on my list is Mr. DeAndre Neil Buchanan. My lady, Mr. Buchanan is here by way of fixed date claim form filed on November 14, 2024. I have perused the documents. I have found them to be in good order. I hope you so find. And if it is that you so find, my lady, might an order be granted in terms of the fixed date claim form. My lady, I will also ask that Ms. Casey Ann Kennedy be allowed to robe the Mr. Buchanan, as it is her brother-in-law that is now being called.
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 14th, 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath or make an affirmation.
I, DeAndre Neil Buchanan, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
Thank you and welcome.
Grateful to you, my lady. The next on my list is Miss Janelle Malay Brooks, daughter of Superintendent Brooks. My lady, she's here by way of fixed date claim form filed on November 14th, 2024. I have perused the documentation. They appear to be in order. My lady, if it is that you so find, might an order be granted in terms of the fixed date claim form? And might she be permitted to take the oath and be admitted to the bar?
Orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form, which was filed on the 14th of November 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath or make an affirmation.
I, Janelle Malay Brooks, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
Thank you and welcome.
And finally on my list, ma'am, Miss Celea Laleni Nooks. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. My lady, her application is contained in fixed date claim form filed on November 15th, 2024. I have perused the documentation and I have found them to be in good order. If it is that your ladyship so find, I ask that an order be made in terms of the fixed date claim form and she be permitted to take the oath and be admitted to the bar.
Orders granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15th, 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath.
I, Sally Alevani Nooks, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my lady. That is my list before you. I do have other duties before you, ma'am, but that is my list. Permit me to switch seats so that Miss Kennedy may call her sister at the relevant time.
Yes, thank you.
Yolande J. Whiteley.
May it so please you, my lady, I appear in the matter of an application for Stephanie Heather Rebecca Barnes to be enrolled and admitted to practice as an attorney at law. The documents appear to be in order, my lady, and I pray that you so find. I humbly ask for an order in terms of the fixed date claim form filed November 15 this year, and that she be permitted to take the oath.
Thank you. The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 15th of November 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath.
I, Stephanie Heather Rebecca Barnes, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
Thank you and welcome to the profession.
Thank you, my lady.
Obliged, my lady.
Annalisa E. Lindsay.
May it please you, my lady?
Yes, good morning, Miss Lindsay, or good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my lady. I appear on behalf of Miss Janelle Abigail Small, who filed her fixed-day claim form on the 15th day of November 2024, my lady. I have perused all the documents, and if you are minded, my lady, especially seeing that at page 24 of her bundle, she has paid the requisite revenue to the government of Jamaica, and therefore she is quite capable. And I say so, and I swear for her, my lady, that she's quite capable to be called to the bar. And I so ask that if it is that you also find her papers to be in order, that she be invited to affirm at your direction, my lady.
Ms. Lindsay, having been satisfied that the enormous sum has been paid to the revenue and having perused the fixed date claim form, I am minded to grant the orders of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15, 2024, and I invite the applicant to make the affirmation.
I, Janelle Abigail Small, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Thank you and welcome to the profession.
I am indeed grateful, my lady.
Yes, Ms. Lindsay, I know you always are.
Lambert S. Johnson.
Good afternoon, my lady.
Good afternoon, Mr. Johnson.
I place before you for consideration Mr. Vincent George Atherton. His application was filed on the 14th of November, 2024.
Is he
I
there,
have,
Mr. Johnson?
yes, my lady, he's here with me.
Oh, okay. I wasn't seeing him.
Yes. I have methodically and diligently perused the documents. I have found them to be in a pristine condition. Accordingly, my lady, I very humbly and respectfully ask you to make the orders per the hearing in the application. May it so please you, my lady.
Yes, the orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 14th of November, 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath or make an affirmation.
Vincent.
Sorry,
I,
Mr.
Vincent
Atherton,
Atherton.
can you adjust your camera so that I'm only seeing your torso, so I'm not seeing, yes. Perfect.
I, Vincent Atherton, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
Thank you very much and welcome, sir.
And my lady, despite the hustle and bustle of the season, I seek your permission to remain and enjoy the rest of the proceedings.
Mr. Johnson, you certainly are welcome to be here. Call the next matter, please.
Xavier Dunn.
May it so please you, my lady, I appear in the matter of an application by Sashana Saroya Alea Butler to be enrolled and admitted to practice as an attorney at law. I have perused the papers and they appear to me, my lady, to be in order. And I pray that your ladyship so finds and that orders be made in respect of the fixed date claim form filed on the 15th day of November 2024, and that Ms. Butler be permitted to take the oath of attorneys, my lady.
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15th, 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath or make an affirmation.
Much obliged, my lady. I, Sashana Saroya Alea Butler, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
Thank you and welcome to the profession.
Much obliged, my lady.
Yes, Ms. Dunn. Thank you.
Emile G.R. Leiber.
My lady, with your leave and prior to my friend speaking, may I ask permission to withdraw from the platform because there are some other duties that I have to perform and I did not want to be disrespectful to the court, and also ask whether the newly minted attorneys may also withdraw.
You had me at you withdrawing, Ms. Lindsay. I have no challenges with that, but I would have wanted them to be here till the end so that they can be a part. It's their day, their ceremony.
That is so, my lady, and I understand that if possible, they may rejoin.
Okay, all right. I have no challenges with that. Yes.
I'm indeed grateful, my lady.
Yes. Mr. Leiber.
May it so please your ladyship.
Yes, Mr. Leiber.
I have 5 matters on your ladyship's list. Despite my proximity to the precedent cited by Mrs. Kitson, I shall not invoke it, and I shall proceed in the order in which the list is stated.
Yes.
So might I first mention the matter of LaToya Yolanda K. Tomlinson. In respect of this matter, I have perused the relevant documents and I have found them to be in order, your ladyship. Ms. Tomlinson also is going to be a double member of the law, coming from another arm of the law as well. I am happy to present her application, and I have found it to be in order. So I would therefore respectfully ask that the court grant an order in terms of the fixed date claim form and that Ms. Tomlinson be permitted to take the oath.
Yes, the orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 13th of November 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath.
I, Latoya Yolanda K. Tomlinson, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me.
Thank you and welcome to the profession.
Much obliged, Your Ladyship. My next matter is that of Keandra Sabrian Wellington. In respect to this matter, Your Ladyship, I have once more perused the documents. I have found them to be in order, and I would therefore request that the court makes an order in terms of the fixed date claim form and that Ms. Wellington be permitted to take the oath.
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 14th, 2024, and the applicant, Ms. Wellington, is invited to take the oath.
Oblige, Your Ladyship.
I, Keandra Sabrian Wellington, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
Thank you and welcome to the profession, Ms. Wellington.
Thank you.
Much obliged, Your Ladyship. The next matter on my list is that of Tashana Victoria Gwendolyn Barrett. I have perused Ms. Barrett's documents, Your Ladyship. I have found them to be in order, and I am therefore requesting that an order be granted in terms of the fixed date claim form and that Ms. Barrett be permitted to take the oath.
Orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15th, 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath.
Much obliged, Your Ladyship.
I, Tashana Victoria Gwendolyn Barrett, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
Thank you and welcome, ma'am.
Much obliged, Your Ladyship. The next matter on my list is that of Justin Antonia Edwards. In respect of this matter, Your Ladyship, I have perused the documents of Mr. Edwards, who is the sole thorn among the roses that I'm presenting this morning, Your Ladyship.
Why did you say it's a thorn? Is there something I should be aware of?
Not at all, not at all, Your Ladyship. Just a reference to the rarity that occurs in the current dispensation, Your Ladyship.
So he's special then, Mr. Leiber.
Quite. I adopt and endorse all that the court has put forward, Your Ladyship.
Yes, go ahead,
And
Mr. Leiber.
respect to this matter, Your Ladyship, I have perused the documents. The goodly fee has been paid, and I've found everything to be in order, and therefore I'm requesting that an order be made in terms of the fixed date claim form and that Mr. Edwards be permitted to affirm for religious reasons.
Orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form, and the applicant is invited to make an affirmation.
Oblige, Your Ladyship.
Raising your right hand.
I, Justin Antonio Edwards, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Thank you, and welcome to the profession, Mr. Edwards.
Thank you, my lady.
Much obliged, Your Ladyship. And last but certainly not least, Your Ladyship, is that the application of Ms. K. Roxanne Renee Knight, who has been affiliated with my firm for some 6 years and will now be contributing in another manner to the Legal Profession Act. And I have perused Ms. Knight's documents, Your Ladyship. I have found them to be in order, and I am therefore requesting that Ms. Knight be permitted to take the oath and sign the roll at an appropriate time.
Yes, orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 15th of November 2024, and the applicant is invited to make the oath or take the affirmation, whichever she chooses.
Much obliged, Your Ladyship.
I, K. Roxanne Renee Knight, do swear that I will and truly demean myself in the office of an attorney at law to the best of my skills and judgment. So help me God.
Thank you and welcome, ma'am.
Much obliged, Your Ladyship. That is the end of my list. And those of us here at Duncox will stay with you till the sweet end and not the bitter, Your Ladyship.
Class of 2002, Mr. Leiber.
Indeed, Your Ladyship.
Yes, indeed.
Quite so, quite
Yes.
so.
Could you call the next matter, please?
Arnaldo Brown.
It's a please, my ladyship, Your Ladyship.
Yes, Mr. Brown.
It's a pleasure to appear before you, and certainly a pleasure to also follow my friend. My lady, I have 2 matters on your list. I have Tatiana Alia Taylor and Tiffany Lisa Gay Scarlett. My lady, in the matter of an application by Tatiana Alia Taylor by way of fixed date claim form filed November 14, 2024. I have perused the document, my lady. I find them in order. I invite my lady to find them in order, and if my lady so finds, I invite my lady to grant the per found in the application, my lady, the order, and that Miss Taylor, Tatiana Alia Taylor, may swear the oath, my lady.
Yes. The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 14, 2024, and Ms. Taylor is invited to take the oath.
I, Tatiana Alia Taylor, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
Thank you. Welcome, Ms. Taylor.
We're obliged, my lady. My lady's second matter is Tiffany Lisa Gay, and by way of fixed date claim form filed November 15, 2024, I have perused the document, my lady. I find them in order. I invite my lady to find them in order. And if my lady does, I pray that my lady will grant the order and that Miss Scarlett will administer the oath, my lady.
Oh, there's a lot of people who are
Yes,
trying to.
the orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form.
There we go. You know,
This is filed on November 15th, 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath.
I, Tiffany Lisa Gay Scarlett, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
Thank you and welcome, Ms. Scarlett.
Grateful, my lady.
We're obliged, my lady, and like my friend before me, I would stay until the sweet end, my lady.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
It's a please you.
Next.
Stuart L. Stimson.
May it please me, lady, might I mention the application of Miss Safari Janine Manfrey Hay. The application is brought by a fixed date claim form filed on the 15th of November 2024. Lady, I perused the application in its entirety, including supporting affidavits. I find them to be in order. If the court is so minded, might the application be granted as per in the fixed date claim form? And will you permit, in those circumstances, Ms. Hay to take the oath, may I miss the practice, and endorse the role at the appropriate time?
Thank you, Mr. Stimson. The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15, 2024, and the applicant, Ms. Hay, is invited to take the oath.
I, Safari Janine Manfrey Hay, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
Thank you and welcome, Ms. Hay.
Milady, I'm suffering from certain infirmities this morning, and I'd ask that you allow me, if not immediately, in short order, to leave the platform.
Yes, certainly, and I do wish you well, Mr. Stimson.
Thank you, milady.
Tamika Harris.
It's so pleases you, my lady.
Yes,
I appear, my lady, in the application filed on behalf of filed on the 14th.
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 14th of November 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath.
And judgment. So help me God.
Thank you very much, Ms. Brown, and welcome to the profession.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Ms. Harris, I hope that she will always have that smile on her face when she appears in the several courts of this island.
My lady, perhaps if she appears before you.
Nicely done, Ms. Harris. Nicely done.
Claudette Thompson.
Lady, my first matter is the application of Alwyn Sebastian McLeod. I have perused his documents, lady, and have found them to be in order. The lady, so times I ask that the orders be made in respect of the application in the 680 claim form.
Thank you, Madam Director. The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 14th, 2024, and Mr. McLeod is invited to take the oath of office.
I, Alvin Sebastian McLeod, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
Thank you. Welcome, Mr. McLeod, to the profession.
Please, ladies. This is the application by Susan Anne-Marie Pauli Bruce. Lady, I have perused the documents. I have found them to be in order. If the lady so finds, then I pray that the application be granted. Application by was exactly for. I, Susan Anne-Marie Pauline Bruce, do swear that I will demean myself, well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God. May please, my lady. The application by Shanae Shantia Simmons. Milady, I have perused the documents. I have found that they are in order. I ask that lady so finds and grant the order as prayed in the fixed date claim form.
I, Shanae Shantia Simmons, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
That is my list, the lady. May it please you.
May it please you, my lady. This is the application by Miss Anissa Martina McLean to be enrolled and admitted to practice as an attorney at law. My lady, she has filed a bundle which includes a fixed date claim form outlining the orders as prayed. My lady, I believe the bundle is in order, and I'm sure your ladyship would agree with me. In the circumstances, I would ask that the orders be made in terms of the fixed date claim form and oh, are you hearing me now, my lady? Are you hearing me now? Hello? Yes, I am.
I'm able to hear. I'm able to hear, Council.
We're hearing her, my lady.
Yes, my lady, she's loud and clear. My lady, I was hearing counsel.
You were hearing counsel.
I was.
Okay, so it's us. That's the problem.
My lady, might I try again?
Yes, we are able to hear Miss McLean. Yes.
That is convenient, my lady.
Seems they want us to be together longer today. No. Sorry. Miss Lewis, can you unmute?
Yes, my lady, are you now hearing me?
She's unmuted, but I'm still not hearing her. Miss Lewis, can you unmute so we can see if we're hearing you now? She doesn't seem to be hearing me. Yes, it is. Mrs. Kitson, are you hearing me?
I certainly am, milady, and I've noted that whereas my screen has a green encirclement when I speak with you, my colleagues, their screens weren't lighting up. So I figure that's why perhaps we're having difficulty.
Thank you, King's Counsel. Miss Lewis, are you hearing me? Can you unmute? Let me see if I'm hearing you.
Hello? Are you hearing me now, milady?
Loud
Yes.
and clear in your true tone.
If it pleases you, milady, this is the application by Anissa Martina McLean, who is seeking to be enrolled and admitted to practice as an attorney at law in this jurisdiction. Milady, I see here a bundle filed on November 22, 2024, and I believe it appears to be in order. I'm hoping your ladyship also has the bundle. Milady, I ask that the application orders be made in terms of the application made in the fixed date claim form, and that Miss McLean be permitted to take the oath, by affirmation.
Yes, the orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15, 2024, and the applicant is permitted to affirm.
I, Anissa Martina McLean, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Thank you, and welcome Ms. McLean to the profession.
Thank you, Melody. I have no further matters before you. Might I take my leave?
Yes, Ms. Lewis.
Carrie Gay Swaby. Counsel, you're muted.
I apologize. May it so please you, my lady, might I mention item number 40 of your ladyship's list, the matter of an application by Courtney Janelle Josephs. I have looked at the forms and found them to be in order. I have paid particular attention to the receipt of the Supreme Court. All the documents appear to be in order, and I ask that the applicant be allowed to take the oath and to sign the roll at the appropriate time. I ask that your ladyship grant the order in terms of the fixed date claim form.
Thank you. The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15, 2024, and the applicant is permitted to take the oath or make an affirmation.
I, Courtney Janelle Josephs, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
Thank you, and welcome to the profession, Ms. Josephs.
Thank you, Miss. I'm obliged, my lady. That is the extent of my list on this occasion.
Thank you, Counsel.
Good afternoon.
Walker.
If it please you, my lady, I am delighted to represent Cassia Nastasia Walker, my daughter, in her application to be called to the bar. I have perused her fixed day claim form and all other supporting documents and found them to be in order. And in the circumstances, I request that she be allowed to affirm and be admitted to the bar.
Thank you. The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 18, 2024, and Ms. Walker is invited to make an affirmation.
I, Cassia Nastasia Walker, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Thank you, Ms. Walker, and welcome to the profession.
Thank you, milady.
Much obliged, my lady. That's the extent of my list.
Nathan Geddes Morgan. Morrison.
Thank you. Might it please you, my lady? I have the privilege this morning of requesting of the court to call Miss Nellie Ann Sadiki Scott. She has 14th of November. I have reviewed them. I am satisfied by them. And in the circumstances and subject entirely to the court's approval, I ask that the court to grant the fixed date claim and grant an order. And by that, I ask for her to be affirmed to confirm her allegiance to our profession. Might it please.
Orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 14th, 2024, and Ms. Scott is invited to take the oath.
I, Nellian Sadiki Scott, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law.
Thank you and welcome, Ms. Scott.
Thank you, my lady.
Thank you, my lady. That concludes my list. Your permission to vacate the platform, ma'am. Thank you.
Sundiata Gibbs.
Milady, if it pleases you. Milady, I beg to present the application of Mishka Yushina McCarthy. I have reviewed the documents. They seem to be in order. And if your ladyship agrees with me that the documents are in order, I ask that Ms. McCarthy be permitted to affirm.
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15th, 2024, and Ms. McCarthy is invited to make the affirmation.
I, Mishka Yushina McCarthy, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Thank you and welcome to the profession.
Milady, if it pleases you, I have 3 requests of you. The first being that I may be allowed to withdraw the platform. The second being that Ms. McCarthy be allowed to rejoin the platform with another computer. And the third being that you have a very productive, enjoyable, and restful Christmas vacation.
Thank you, Counsel. And I'm granting all of the requests.
Thank you, Milady.
Casey Ann Kennedy Sherman.
Might it so please you, my lady? Lady?
Yes, Ms. Kennedy Sherman. I am hearing you loud and clear.
If it pleases you, ma'am, I have 2 matters before you this morning. Might I proceed?
Yes, you may.
I have the great pleasure of presenting this particular application, not only because of the applicant's namesake, but because I appear before this court as constituted. I have the application of Ms. Ketraloy Marie Kennedy, who is my youngest sister, and by way of fixed date claim form, filed on November 14th, 2024, she seeks to be admitted to the practice of this humble profession, my lady. I have reviewed all the documents and I find them in order. If the court is so minded to grant the application, having reviewed it itself and found the documents to be in order, I ask that she be permitted to take the oath, the court having granted the orders as sought in the fixed date claim form.
Thank you, Mrs. Kennedy Sherman. The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on the 14th of November 2024, and your youngest sister is invited to take the oath.
And being a member of the TWP family, it is only fitting that I ask one more request, that my managing partner, business partner, and senior be permitted to roll her. .
also to fix her hair, I noticed. Thank you, Mr. Townsend.
Grateful, my lady. I, Petroloy Marie Kennedy, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
Thank you very much and welcome, Ms. Kennedy.
Grateful, my lady.
If it pleases you, ma'am, the other matter that I wish to move the court on concerns Mr. Ravel Cook, of whom I am also proud, he being one of the persons who has learned at the feet of my managing partner, Mr. Townsend, and myself. I present to you his application filed on November 15, 2024, my lady. I have reviewed all the documents and they appear to be in order. And in the circumstances, my lady, I would ask that the orders be granted as sought and he be invited to take the oath.
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15, 2024, and the applicant, Mr. Cook, is invited to take the oath of office.
I, Ravel Oshardo Cook, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
Thank you and welcome to the profession.
If it pleases you, ma'am, I have no other matters before you. And with your permission, might we withdraw?
Judgment is reserved. Can we call the next matter, please?
Karen Campbell Basco.
Thank you. May it please you, my lady. I appear in the matter of the application of Miss Martina McDermott by way of fixed date claim form filed on November 15, 2024, along with related matters in support. I've perused the documents, my lady, and I've found them to be in order. And if your ladyship is in agreement, I humbly ask that the orders be granted in terms of the fixed date claim form and pray that Miss McDermott be permitted to take the oath and admitted to serve in the several courts in Jamaica. My lady?
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15, 2024, and Miss McDermott is invited to take the oath of office.
I, Martina McDermott, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment, so help me God.
Thank you and welcome to the profession.
Much obliged, my lady.
Thank you, counsel. Garland Wall.
If it so pleases you, my lady. My lady, I'm very grateful to be in your presence, my lady. May I mention the matter at number 46 on your list? Claim number SU 2024 CV04351. My lady, I appear in respect to the applicant, Monique Roslyn Jackson. My lady, I have carefully perused the fixed date claim form, affidavit, in support, and all the requisite documents, my lady. I have taken particular note, my lady, of the obligations in respect to the revenue affidavit, the revenues to the government of Jamaica, my lady. And I found that all the papers are in order. If your ladyship is in agreement, my lady, may Miss Jackson be invited to take the oath by affirmation and admitted into practice in Jamaica, my lady.
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 14th, 2024, and the applicant is invited to make her affirmation.
Grateful, my lady.
I, Monique Roslyn Jackson, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Thank you very much and welcome to the profession, Ms. Jackson.
Thank you, my lady.
That's the extent of my list, my lady. And please have a wonderful Christmas, my lady.
Thank you.
And a Happy New Year.
Counsel.
Adrian Christie.
If it so pleases you, my lady, a pleasant afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Christie.
My lady, I have the pleasure this afternoon to represent Miss Dacia Antoinette Reed, who comes before you seeking admission to the bar. She has filed a bundle on the 21st of November, 2024, which I have gone through, and I am satisfied that everything is in order. If you would agree with me, my lady, I would only ask that the court grant the orders in terms of the fixed date claim form and if she may be invited to affirm.
Thank you, Mr. Christie. The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15, 2024, and the applicant is invited to affirm.
I, Dacia Antoinette Reed, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Thank you and welcome to the profession, Ms. Reed.
Thank you, my lady. My lady, that's the extent of my list, and I have to ask, my lady, while I would love to stay till the sweet end, I do have an obligation that I need to appear before the court on. Yes. But Ms. Reed will remain with you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Christie.
Grateful, Judge.
Emoy McEachron.
May it so please you, my lady.
Yes, counsel, go ahead.
Before you, my lady, is the application of Ms. Danielle Taylor Johnson by way of fixed date claim form filed on the 15th of November, my lady. I have perused the documents, my lady, and the documents appear to me to be in order. Your leadership finds as well that the documents are in fact in order. I ask that the orders as per in the fixed date claim form be granted and that the applicant both by way of affirmation. So please you.
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 15, 2024, and the applicant is invited to make her affirmation.
I, Danielle Taylor Johnson, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Thank you very much, Ms. Johnson. Welcome to the profession.
We're grateful to you, my lady, and that's the extent of my list before you this morning, my lady.
Thank you, counsel.
Stuart Panton.
May it so please you, my lady, in a matter of an application by Ms. Jodine Davine Yolanding, filed by fixed date claim form on the 14th of November 24. My lady, I have perused the documents. I believe they are in order, and I ask if you are in agreement that the order in fixed date claim form be granted and she be allowed to take the oath.
The orders are granted in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 14th, 2024, and the applicant is invited to take the oath of office.
I, Jodine Davine Yolanding, do swear that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law according to the best of my skill and judgment. So help me God.
Thank you very much and welcome to the profession, Ms. Young.
My lady, that is the extent of my list.
Thank you very much, counsel.
Laverne McDonald Bowden.
May it so please you, my lady.
Yes, counsel, go ahead.
It's my pleasure to bring to you the application of Mr. Judon Nyron St. Aloysius Bowden, my husband. to apply to the court for an order. I've perused the fixed date claim form and the affidavit in support. The relevant fees have been paid, and I'm satisfied with the application. I ask if your ladyship finds the application satisfactory, that the order be granted in terms of the fixed date claim form and the applicant be allowed to affirm.
Counsel, if you could only see the smile that is on his face as you were presenting him. It really is a beautiful thing to see. So I am granting the orders in terms of the fixed date claim form filed on November 18th, 2024, and I am inviting the applicant to make the oath or affirm.
Thank you, lady.
I, Jordan Nyron St. Aloysius Bowden, do solemnly, sincerely, truly declare and affirm that I will well and truly demean myself in the office and duties of an attorney at law, according to the best of my skill and judgment.
Thank you very much, and welcome to the profession.
Thank you, lady.
Thank you, my lady. That's the extent of my list.
Yes, thank you. I believe that we have been through the entire list, and I now invite Mrs. Kitson.
Forgive me, my lady. I do apologize.
Sorry, Mrs. Kitson, I must apologize because I wasn't sure. I know that you intended to make a Did I lose them?
Trying to see if
Yes, I'm seeing you, Mrs. Kitson. I know that you intended to respond on behalf of the General Legal Counsel.
that is so, my lady.
Okay, and is it Mr. Keller who is to respond on behalf of the bar?
That is so, my lady.
Okay, all right. So I am not sure the order in which you intend, but I am subject to your instructions. Who will go first?
Most certainly, King's Counsel, my lady.
Okay, thank you.
May it please you, my lady, and to all members of the bar, particularly our newly minted attorneys, I wish to say, first of all, to them, congratulations. This is such a fantastic day. You have all successfully attained your dream of becoming an attorney, of being admitted. You all, the graduating class of 2024, I'm so delighted for you. You have put in that hard work that enabled you to reach this pinnacle of your dreams. And with the support of family and friends, you have done it. I can still recall those heady days when I was called to the bar, and I know that today is special. Now you move into an entirely new phase of your life in the law, one which transports you from the didactics of the course of study which you have undertaken, and that, of course, combined history, morals, crime, business, medicine, all sorts of areas of which you will have special interest and will no doubt implement in your practice. But for those of us who love the law, I welcome you to what we refer to as the noble profession. And this is a profession that, despite those who would seek by their actions to blot our name, I can remember my grandfather saying to me, "So you're going to liar," saying it in that way. And I said, "I'll be a lawyer, Grandpa." despite what people may say, you are to hold fast to that goal, to that dream, to that commitment that you made today when you promised unequivocally that you would well and truly demean yourself in the office and duty of an attorney at law. Those words are to mean everything to you, and you must not do anything to sully that promise. You must keep it and keep it forever. I ask you, even though you view this journey that you have started on as one which is intended to make you wealthy, well, it can make you comfortable. But if you abandon the mores and the ethics that govern us in an uninhibited pursuit of wealth, then you could land up not only on the wrong side of the profession, but on the wrong side of the law, which you have sworn to uphold. So I urge you to view your profession in the language of a gentleman who wrote back in 1953 that a profession refers to persons following a common calling in the spirit of public service. While economic necessity demands that professionals earn a livelihood, the gaining of a livelihood has always been, he said, incidental to the practice of the profession. I think he really meant it should not so overtake you that your focus is blindly on, as I heard a young man say in a high school when the teacher asked him what he wanted to do. He said, make money, teacher, no matter how, make money. I urge you not to have that view. So, having completed this 5-year course, and for many of you, many more years before that, perhaps in previous degrees, I urge you to now look at those ethical obligations. And I invite you to look at the website of the General Legal Counsel, on which you will find everything that you need to know about what is mandatory. You're not thrown in the deep end now. You just, with the click of a button, go. It will tell you what you need to know about continuing, what we used to call continuing legal education, now continuing legal professional development. You are required to continue because the law is not static. We learn every day something new. So CLPD, the requirements of the accounts regulations, so important. When your client places their money in your hands, it's not yours. So you maintain separate accounts, and we have rules that require you to do so from the get-go. And of course, more recently, in our discourse, Proceeds of Crime Act, the regulatory regime that seeks to ensure that we do not enable criminals to use our country's financial system to create havoc and wreak havoc on our financial system. So, more importantly, though, I ask you to get a good mentor, somebody you're senior in the profession, who you respect and who is respected, so that they can teach you the steps. Learn, because this is just the start. You've only just begun. And a good mentor will enable you to take yourself to the next stage. So I trust that you will find every blessing in your profession. All of you, honorable counsel, who we are delighted to call our learned friends. So all that is left for me to do is to wish you a wonderful Christmas, all the very best for the season, to remember that Christ is the reason why we have Christmas. And if you focus in that direction, you will never go wrong. So, all good things to all of you. My lady, I thank you.
Thank you very much, King's Counsel, for your words of wisdom.
I'm grateful, Milady. Might it so please you. On behalf of the President and Council of the Jamaican Bar Association, it is my pleasure to congratulate you all on your most recent call to the Jamaican Bar today. I want you first and foremost, now my colleagues, to breathe a sigh of relief that you have finished this end of your journey. It is complete, and the robes and tabs or bibs that you are donning today are testament of your hard work, dedication, and time that you have put in to be here today in this moment. But as Learned King's Council has just mentioned as well, we caution you that a new journey has only just begun. And so I leave with you a few tips that others have left with me. And in my short time so far at the bar, I have learned. And I decided to quote them similar to a popular radio personality that some of you who listen to the radio when you're driving around may know. And I call him, open quote, Lord Barry G, the boogeyman, close quote, things you know, things you may want to know, and things you wish you knew. And so they're very simple, easy things. One, be respectful always to everyone. Your client, court users, senior counsel, junior counsel, the person who is cleaning the courtrooms, the person who is cleaning your office, your colleagues, and most certainly the judge. Respect carries you far, and it does not change now that you are counsel. Be ethical in all your dealings. And I mean, not because we don't have to contend with the big bad ethics course at law school anymore. Ethics is day to day, and let your integrity, in the words of someone I'm most familiar with, Miss Paula Vanessa Llewellyn, King's Counsel, said to us when she's in my office, let your integrity be your greatest non-depreciating asset. Guard it jealously, and I dare say zealously, especially when no one is looking, because someone is always looking. The public looks on you now, and most certainly the General Legal Counsel. And I wish not to see any of your names on their website in any judgments. So guard your integrity zealously and jealously, and be ethical in not some, but all your dealings. And give of your best in all areas of your practice and nothing less. It makes no sense doing work for others unless you're giving of your best. And seek opportunities to grow and keep learning, and ask when you don't know. You're no longer being assessed for an examination purpose. No man is an island. So ask questions when you don't know. As King's Counsel said, find a mentor, and always, always give of your best. Get involved in your bar or our bar association. Here you build your network and your net worth. As I said before, no man is an island. Whether it is or no woman is an island, and no man stands alone or no woman stands alone. So whether it is in the regional bar associations, we have Cornwall Bar out in the west, we have the Northern Jamaica Law Society in the central regions, we have the Central Bar Associations for lawyers in Manchester and Clarendon, we have the Legal Officers Staff Association, or LOSA, for those of you who will become employed in the government service. We have the Advocates Association. And most certainly for all attorneys, whether public or at the private bar, in all areas of practice in Jamaica, there is the Jamaican Bar Association. And we encourage you to get involved. It is our association, it's a space for all of us as a voluntary association to get involved, network, develop your skill set, and most certainly advocate on behalf of our colleagues. Look at me. I use myself as a testament. I'm the youngest, based on the little history I know, vice president of the Jamaican Bar Association. None would think someone without any grace, or as some old people would say, with milk still on my lips, would be a vice president of the bar at such a tender age. But it shows you there is a space for us to harness our potentials and grow in this or organization. This is also a full circle moment for me, because I too feel like a proud parent or teacher or member of your community. For many of you who entered the halls of the UWI Mona Law faculty, and I see someone nodding there beside Miss Edwards, the secretary of the bar, I was your lecturer in that first year. And I remember storming in my usual dramatic fashion that morning to say, class of 2024, close your eyes and envision yourselves in your robes and tabs. And here you are today. So indulge me, my lady, on behalf of your families, your community, your teachers, to also say how very proud we are of your efforts and that you have made it here today at the end of that sojourn. So hats off to you all. And so just as a bit of housekeeping, I'd like to remind each and every one of you with a call today and in the other days to come, and to remind your colleagues that the robing room at the Jamaican Bar Association is open for you today, and we encourage you to go in there and collect it right across from the cashier that you'd have been involved with during the filing of your documents, to collect your welcome package from the Jamaican Bar Association. It has information on the many subcommittees that we encourage you to be a part of, information on some of the benefits that you will now gain as being members of the Jamaican Bar Association, and how, again, you can get involved in the subcommittees and benefit from these things. So do visit if you can today or next week before the term closes, or even at the bar office, and collect your copy of our welcome letter from our president, a copy of the information on the subcommittees and some of the benefits for being a part of the association. We also encourage you to keep abreast with your emails, as after all the major calls, we intend to have a welcome CLPD seminar or CLE seminar for our new calls, so you can get your first set of credits there, and also a welcome cocktail for you. So my encouragement remains: be respectful, continue to learn, be ethical, and hold your integrity generally, and get involved in your bar. It is our bar for each and every one of us to benefit from. I wish you all the very best in your future sojourn, and may the law be as fulfilling to you as it is to me and all others here today. Might it so please you, my lady.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kellier. I now invite the representative of the applicants. Is there a representative from the applicants? No? All right. All right, everyone, let me take this opportunity on behalf of the judiciary to express my congratulations, or congratulations, to all the persons who have been admitted to the bar this morning. Let me congratulate you, and more so, let me congratulate your families, the persons who have supported you, your friends who have assisted you to get you to this place of being admitted to the bar. It's a wonderful day, and I believe that you have all rights to be proud, but I would like to remind you to be grateful to all of those persons who assisted you to get this far. Both King's Counsel and Mr. Kellier made great points, and the points I believe that are very important is to remind you that this is the beginning of the journey. I think this may be the third admission ceremony that I am participating in, but in the forefront of my mind is the admission ceremony, where it is when I was called to the bar, when I stood in this very courtroom, even though you're not physically here with me. And I had no idea that maybe some 20 years later, I would be seated in the very chair, looking out at newly admitted persons and seeking to encourage them on their journey. It is a great feeling. I think this morning was a beautiful morning, especially because there were so many applicants who had a personal connection to the persons who presented them, some form of either family or history, and it was wonderful to see. I encourage you at this stage to remember a few things. One, the commitment to justice, the commitment to being fair, the commitment to the rule of law, and the commitment to the persons and citizens of our country who you will represent. I ask you to remember your ethical responsibility and adhere to the professional codes of conduct and to maintain integrity and honesty. I ask you to remember the duty to your clients, to provide competent and diligent representation, to communicate clearly and promptly. And I admit and accept, and I'm sure all of your mentors will tell you, you may not always agree with the bench, but how you communicate that disagreement is important. And I, as far as I can, commit that we also recognize that we have a responsibility to respect the attorneys and members of the bar who appear before us. I remind you to commit to service to the public. King's Counsel spoke of the financial gain that you may achieve, but sometimes you may have to volunteer, assist someone, because the truth of the matter is that there are citizens who may not be able to afford your services, but in the interest of justice, you should ensure that you are available to citizens in circumstances where they are unable to afford your skills. I am not saying that you are to give away everything for free, because there's a reason why you stood the test of time and did your 5 years. But I am also encouraging you to remember those who are less fortunate. I ask you to commit to continued learning. The profession, the law is dynamic, and it is important that we recognize in whatever corner that we sit, that we are to commit to continuously learning. That is how we are going to ensure that justice is served. I encourage you to remember professional dignity, and I note that Mr. Kelly addressed this issue. Treat each other with respect. Treat the court staff with respect. Treat the judges with respect. As you take these steps into the legal profession, remember, being a lawyer is more than just a career. It is a privilege, and it is a profound responsibility. You have now entered into a sphere where you are now the custodians of justice, and you have a responsibility of being advocates of the rule of law. Practice with integrity, but serve with humility, and strive to leave the world a better place than you have found it. So today, I say to you, congratulations one more time. I say to you and your family that I look forward to seeing you in your splendor, making profound arguments before me. And I say to you, even if I disagree with those profound arguments, do your best. Be prepared. That is what you are asked to do. And I also charge you that there are many persons in this profession, senior persons, who presented applicants today. And I will say that find a mentor. Find someone to look up to, someone to assist you. There are many great lawyers out there who can assist you. But remember, it is a road that you have to follow, taking step by step. You don't wake up one morning and are the greatest attorney ever. it takes hard work. And so that is my charge to you. Commit to the hard work. Commit to yourself that you set a standard. And I wish for you all the best on this journey. Thank you very much, everyone. It is 25 minutes past 1, and so I believe despite the technical difficulties, we have done very well in terms of time. I want to thank the court staff for their assistance this morning, the ones present with me here in court, as well as the ICT team for seeking to rectify the issues that arose this morning. So I believe that that is it for today, and we can adjourn.
All rise. This honorable court is now adjourned. May God save the king.